Hi guys, this next thing that we're going to look at is the fundamental counting principle. And the fundamental counting principle is another way to help find the total number of possible outcomes. It doesn't come up with a really easy way to list all of the outcomes, but it does tell you how many total number there are. And to do that, which would be if one activity can occur in X ways and another activity can occur in Y ways, then both the activities can occur in X times Y ways, which means you take the two possible number of outcomes and multiply them together to find the total number of outcomes. For instance, to leave her office, Karen can choose between 3 sets of stairs and 7 doors. How many ways can she leave her office? So that's 3 from the 3 sets of stairs times 7 for the 7 doors. 3 times 7 is 21. There are 21 possible outcomes for her to leave her house or her office. A sweater comes in 4 sizes and 8 colors. How many different sweaters are possible? 4 sweaters, 8 sizes, multiply them together. That's 32 different outcomes. A class has 11 boys and 16 girls. How many ways can the teacher choose 1 boy and 1 girl? 11 times 16 is 176. On number 4 here, we have 3 options. We have a dinner menu that consists of 5 appetizers, 12 entrees, and 3 desserts. How many ways can someone order 1 appetizer, 1 entree, and 1 dessert? So that's 5 times 12 times 3, which is 180. A card is chosen from a standard deck, then a die is rolled. How many outcomes are possible? Well, there's 52 cards in a deck. There are 6 outcomes on a die. When you multiply them together, you get 312. So on these, if we keep going, a quarter is tossed, which has 2 possible outcomes, heads or tails. And then a letter from the word snowflake is chosen. How many outcomes are possible? Well, that's 2 times 9, so 18. A day of the week is chosen, then the spinner to the left is spun twice. How many outcomes are possible? And this is actually incorrect because I only accounted for it happening once, but I can fix that. So 7 times 12 is 1008. So there are 1008 options possible because it's spun twice. So moving along, the next time we're looking at a 7-digit phone number. And if you think about a phone number, each place value can be 0 up to 10, which means that for every number you have, 10 outcomes are possible. So 10 times 10 times 7 times is the same thing as 10 to the 7th power, which is 10 million. The same thing happens on number 9, where you have a quiz that contains 5 multiple choice questions. Each question has 4 answers. That means for each of the 5 questions, a 4 is possible. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is the same thing as 4 to the 5th, which is 1024. Then number 10, the library codes their books using 2 letters followed by a digit 0 to 9. How many different codes are possible? There's 26 letters in the alphabet, so 26 times 26 times 10 is 6,760. This works even if we know the total number of outcomes and we have to work backwards to find one of the options. So Patrick is buying a new car. He can choose the body style, color, and engine type. If there are 54 ways he can select a car, so that's the total number of outcomes, with 3 body styles and 2 engine choices, how many colors are available? Well, we know we would have to multiply body style, color, and engine type together. Body style is 3 and engine type is 2. And then colors we don't know, so I'm going to use C for colors. So 3 times 2 is 6, so 6C equals 54. You divide both sides by 6 and you get 9 colors. On the next problem we have at the school cafeteria, you can choose 1 sandwich, 1 snack, and 1 drink. The number of drink options is equal to the number of snack options. There are 63 ways to choose your lunch with 7 different sandwich options. How many drink options do you have? So since drink and snack are the same, we can use X for both of those. So we get X times 7 equals 63. X times X is X squared. And so 7X squared equals 63. X, when you divide both sides by 7, you get X squared equal to 9. And then you want to take the square root of both sides to get X is equal to 3. So there are 3 drink options. There are also 3 snack options if that had come up. So we're going to move into the probability examples. With this, a coin is tossed 3 times. What is the probability of getting heads just once? So first thing you have to do is find the possible outcomes. So there are 2 outcomes for each time you flip the coin. So there are 8 possible outcomes. The favorable outcomes occur when heads only occurs once. So that would be heads, tails, 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 heads, tails, or tails, tails, heads. So there are 3 favorable outcomes out of 8 possible outcomes. Number 14, a month is chosen at random and then a standard die is rolled. What is the probability of getting a February and then a number less than 5? So there's 12 months in a year and there are 6 outcomes on a die. So 6 times 12 is 72 possible outcomes. The favorable ones again are February and then less than 5. So that's February 1, February 2, February 3, February 4, which is 4 out of 72, which simplifies into 1 over 18. If you want to pause these last 2, they pretty much do the same thing. On 15, it stands for spades, tails, clubs, tails, diamonds, tails, hearts, tails. And then finally, this last one, we have the spinner to the left, and it's the same thing. Our possible outcomes, there's 5 outcomes on the first and 8 outcomes on the second for a total of 40 possible outcomes. Yellow and even are yellow 2, yellow 4, yellow 6, or yellow 8, so that's 4 out of 40. Then orange or blue and a multiple of 3 would be orange 3, orange 6, blue 3, or blue 6. So you can have different situations that come up to the same probability. Anyway, let us know if you guys have any questions. Have a great day.